Hi, hello everybody. My name is Paul Richards, and I'm really excited about this webinar because this webinar we are going to go over the way to balance free and paid Zoom video conferencing licenses. So as many of you know, we are doing a live stream right now. So that's really fun and cool, and I'm excited about this. So in about 25 seconds, we are going to jump right into our live stream. I am joined with Patrick Kirby here, which you're going to meet in a second. And yeah, we're kind of excited here. So let's go ahead and get started. Pat, how you doing?
Good. How's everybody? We got some weather on the way, so it's going to be a fun weekend.
Yeah, let's and the other thing I wanted to talk about is we want to bring up your laptop. Your laptop has got the Zoom dashboard in it, which is going to be kind of cool. So we're going to be looking at that. So let's go ahead and pull that up, and let's get started. So thank you everyone for tuning in. This is another episode of this is the HuddleCam webinar. We're really excited about this, and today we are going to be talking about all the new things from Zoom, which is really cool. This is a completely new feature that we're going over here, and we're just excited about it. I'm just going to clip that just a hair. Actually, instead of clipping it, I'm just going to move it just a hair. There. That's a little better. So yeah, let's get started. So today's webinar is on balancing free versus paid video Zoom video conferencing licenses, and how do you do that, and what is it? What are free licenses versus paid licenses? So let's jump right into this. This is going to be a really high-powered, impactful webinar. So we're going to get right into this really quickly. So first of all, we're going to look at the dashboard. But before we do that, let's really quickly talk about why and how you might choose Zoom video conferencing, and what is the difference between a paid and a free account, and what are the limitations?
Right, what it is, what you can do with Zoom.
So Zoom video conferencing is a really we suggest it all the time. We use it here internally. It allows you to video conference with up to 50 participants.
Yep, it's very intuitive. It's it works well. It works great. It's very collaborative. It certainly is a comprehensive communication tool that a lot of companies, working in these modern workforces, via the cloud, via these collaboration spaces, to get in and communicate with experts. Or
I would imagine managers. If you're watching this video, you know what Zoom is.
Yeah.
Because you're already at the point where you're saying, okay, great, I like Zoom, I might be on a free account, or I might be on a paid account, and I've got a whole bunch of other people at my office, they're not even really using Zoom yet. Do I need to pay for licenses for them, or should I just give them free licenses? And what are those free licenses? What are the restrictions? And that's what we're going to talk about. Yeah. So first of all, let's go ahead and talk about, what is a paid account? So a paid account is $15 a month,
yeah,
or it could be $20 a month, depending on your situation. So let's go ahead and clear that up.
Starting at a pro license, and a pro license gets you up to 50 interactive.
Why don't you bring up a tab with the pricing on that? So basically, a pro license is up to 1 to 9 licenses. So if you've got 9 people in your organization that want to use Zoom, then you're good to go, and those 9 people can all pay $15 a month. But you can see this business section over here. That actually is $20 a month, and what that happens is if you have more than 10 people that need the business licenses, you're paying $20 a month, and you get a whole bunch of other features. Pat, if you want to kind of talk about some of those extra features.
Right, and you can see here where you got the basics. You do have the online support. The pro, you get the admin feature controls, Zoom Rooms. You can get the add-ons for the room systems, etc. Once you get down here, you can see the business host comes with on-premise deployment.
That vanity URL is cool.
Right.
That means it would be like yourcompany.zoom.us, where you would have your own landing page where people can just type in the meeting ID and you can give them customized instructions, and even the email, even the links would have be branded to your company.
Right, so single sign-on. That's I believe that's
It's a
like
big one.
signing in with Google and,
Yep.
and stuff like that. That's how I sign on. So depending on what email communication platform your company uses, you get custom email, company branding. Up and Zoom customer support trying to chat with me. Get out of here. Just kidding. We love those guys. But yep, some of the LTI integration.
You don't get the link integration, but just a note on that. That's for enterprise. You're obviously already in that business class, and that's more contact sales. Let's create a custom, solution for you. So there's the difference between pro and business. Now let's talk about, the meeting capabilities. So you can meet with up to 50 participants with the pro or the business. Now you can also meet with up to 50 people with the basic, but it would be cut off after 40 minutes.
Yep.
So that's where it says. See where it says there, Pat? It should say somewhere along
right here.
40-minute meeting per meeting for group meetings. Now the interesting thing is that you can still have unlimited one-to-one meetings. So let's remove this one so that we can show this here. Unlimited one-to-one meetings, unlimited number of meetings, but when you're having those group meetings, it's 40-minute minimum. Now, if you have a pro or a business person included in that meeting, the duration is therefore unlimited. So you just need somebody with a pro or business license in that meeting for it to not shut off after 40 minutes.
And right, like Paul was saying, that if you're watching this, chances are you know what Zoom is. If you don't, definitely sign up for the free account here. You can sign up right on Zoom's website, or HuddleCamHD, I believe, has a link to it as well. So it's a really powerful tool. So if you don't know what it is, definitely sign up for the free account and start messing around with it. We like it. It's definitely a really nice software. And 40-minute meetings, that's plenty of time. But like we were saying, the pro account is $14.99. That's almost a fifth of most cell phone bills, or a home phone is more expensive than that.
We really like the pricing model that they've put together here, and that's why we're talking about it so thoroughly.
Yeah, so for a quarter of your cell phone bill, you can get unlimited up to 50%, up to 50 people video meeting. It's,
yes.
With number calling, They do have an audio bridge.
So let's talk about this now. So we've talked about basic, we've talked about pro. A couple more points I wanted to make.
Business.
One is the free accounts have the unlimited one-to-one. We mentioned that, and then we also have the one main restriction, which is that 40-minute limit. So we talked about all that stuff. So we gave you guys a pretty good overview here of what to expect, of the differences. Now what we want to do is we want to help you understand, where does your business fall? Do you need a bunch of pro licenses for everyone? Or do you have a large portion of your company that might be able to get away with free? Maybe they only need to attend meetings. They don't need to host them themselves. And that's kind of the main differentiator. So what we're going to do is Pat's going to take us over to the Zoom dashboard. And we're going to go full screen with the dashboard here, and we're going to kind of demonstrate why you would want to go with a solution, how you could determine who to bump up and who not to. So as you can see in the Zoom dashboard here, this is our company's dashboard here. You can see we've got 7 active users. This is going off of a time period of 1 week. And Pat, I'm sure you could change that time period if you wanted to be, a month, a year.
Yep. It comes as customized. Let's do year to date.
Let's just do year to date. That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it kicked me out.
All right, go ahead and sign in again. Sorry about that, guys. Pat's going to go ahead and sign in.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Okay. So, not sure what happened there. So,
there we go. Yep.
One of the things we wanted to mention here is the fact that, actually, what is happening? Hold on. This one. Now it's showing we've got 10 active users, 33 meetings this year to date. And one of the things you can do here is you can say, all right, look, Paul, that's me. Obviously, I'm doing the most meetings here by far.
That's probably a lot of these webinars.
A lot of these webinars and things that I do and meet with clients. Phil, Matthew Richards, Levi, Matt Davis, Hugh, all of them are using it a lot, but it looks like Pat's not really using it that much. You've only done, well, 200 minutes isn't bad. That's like 3 hours worth.
Since January. Yeah, I use it a good amount.
Kevin's not really using it that much. He's at 160, but Jonathan Vineyard's only used a half hour's worth. So what we might do is we might say, all right, well, we've got a budget here. You know, obviously Jonathan's not using it that much, and we do pay for a pro account for him. He's only used it for 28 minutes, so the free would have given him the 40 minutes that he needed.
Yep.
So why don't we save some money there, and let's actually make him a basic user, and everyone else looks like they're using it fairly regularly. Let's use them as pro. And I'm sure, and we could actually drill down a little further to the actual meetings, Pat. If you see that little meetings tab there.
Yep, this one.
Yeah. And so now what we can do is look, Jonathan's actually in a meeting right now. So these would be the meetings that are going on right now. And then let's take a look at the past meetings, and let's sort by Jonathan, because I want to see, did he do a 38 meeting, or is he just doing really small, short meetings? Can you sort by email or no?
This is search by meeting ID.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't look like
on this email part you can't sort by that.
No.
Okay.
You start by start time, and up here
we can export to a CSV.
So you can get it into a usable Excel format that lets you do. Once you get it into an Excel, you can do almost anything. Yeah, almost anything.
So you might need to upload it to Google Sheets or get it into some type of Excel program. But as you can see here, we've got all the data, and we can start making decisions on who should have a pro account, who should have a free account, and I have a couple different slides here of different organizations. So let's take a look at this organization, for example. So what we have here is these people up at the top are pro users. So let's assume this is a company where there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 executives that are management level.
Right. And I was going to say that's a good point. You can kind of give it to department heads, if you will, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of giving everyone that's in sales, a license, what you can do, you give the sales manager, right, the marketing manager, the head of HR, people that. So what you can do is kind of give the licenses to the people that would be leveraging it in a collaborative type environment.
Exactly. So this, in my opinion, would be a company that has, a couple people in the organization that, management level wants to use. But, we're not ready to quite go into the $20 a month level for everybody. We want to stay at that nine user limit there. And, that price would be, 9 times 15. And of course, if you buy it in a year, it's $150. So it would be an extremely easy, affordable price to kind of get your feet wet organization-wide with video conferencing, and then see where it goes. You've got other users that might start using it, but it's not proven yet. And you don't want to go ahead and dedicate the budget to it. Yeah. So this is really like the starter package. Less than 9 people needing host licenses, and the rest of them we're giving basic free licenses to. And we talked about what that does and why you would want to do that. So this type of organization I would consider kind of like a small business. Somebody who's got a couple people, maybe some of those people are salespeople. Yeah. They can't be shut off after 40 minutes if they got to close the sale, in the next 20 minutes after that.
Or consultative type models. Well, if you kind of are a financial planner or geographically located, if you're part of an engineering or a coding team, that works in dispersed areas, defining who gets those licenses.
And, maybe these are team leaders, and, whenever there's a video conference call, one of them is going to be a part of it.
Or should be.
Or at least should be. And if they're not there, it's too bad. But now keep in mind, with the dashboard that we were showing, you can swap licenses. These are floating licenses, if you will. So if one guy is out for a month, you could give that to somebody else. We will show that at the end here. So the next one I have here is a little bit bigger. Let's say this is more of a, I'm not going to say sales and marketing because that's going to be for our next slide. This is a company that has a couple more executives, a couple more salespeople, and now we're talking about we're in that business grade where we've got 20 people potentially with pro licenses. And now we're starting to say, okay, well, some of those people there that we started as free, we're saying, well, now they're power users. Now they really like Zoom. Zoom is really intuitive. Now we're going to upgrade them to pro because they've proven to us that they're using this technology. They're reducing their travel costs, and we've decided to upgrade them to pro.
Or at this point, you could even take that extra, $5 step to the business.
Well, you have to take the step to the business because at this point we're more than 10. So we have no choice. So we've gone to the business level.
You would have bumped up to this business level,
yes,
which comes with all those extra features that we showed.
And those extra features are helping. It's making us want to use it. Now the next slide here is this is more of a company, in my opinion. This is a sales organization. They're using Zoom to screen share with their customers. Have more face-to-face meetings. So this is like mission critical to have video conferencing for this type of an organization because those salespeople are using it every day. Now down here, these people who have free licenses, they might be secretaries or internal people who are in HR or something that don't need to reach out externally and have long meetings, but they benefit from maybe the one-to-one unlimited. Maybe an HR person just calls someone in a different office and has an unlimited meeting with them, but they can't have group meetings.
Yep, and I could also see this being getting into a larger organization where you need those extra collaborative abilities, right? So if you're an architectural firm, right, you might have projects going in Singapore, Hong Kong, New York, and London. A lot of large architectural firms, are now doing more, remote collaboration.
Definitely.
Bringing in those experts. You can't always fly out your main architect to Singapore to have them review plans.
So here's our last slide, and this is where we're saying the majority of the company needs to host their own meetings. Only a very few amount of our company actually needs free licenses. Everyone's kind of a creative person who might need to go out on their own at some point, and we've decided that the majority. But keep in mind, it could be any mix of these, and that's something that I think a lot of people don't see and realize from the get-go with Zoom is that, there's a very flexible deployment strategy here that can fit almost any budget.
Extremely scalable. That's the other thing, right? So this is easy to roll out. It's an easy, infrastructure. It's scalable. So it grows, in tandem with your business and, with its deployment capabilities and its solution. It's pretty intuitive.
We talked about balancing free versus paid. And we introduced the Zoom dashboard, but one of the things we didn't get to do yet, Pat, is I wanted to show how easy it is to upgrade someone from basic to pro. So if you go back to your account management tab for me, and in the front there we've got it. Let's go ahead and go large with it. You can see behind me here.
Should we chat with Zoom? Get them on the webinar.
Let's get Zoom on the key. Would you mind joining our webinar? So I'm the owner of this account, so I'm the admin. And any admin can do this. You can go to the user management tab there, Pat. And then in user management, let me get back into here, you can see basically all the users that you have. And let's say you've got 50,000 users that you need to add. There's this little add user button here, and it's just comma separated. You can copy and paste it in there, and boom, everybody gets an invitation to your email, whether they're basic free users or pro users. But let's scroll down, Pat, to somebody that's basic. I know we have at least somebody here. So here we go. There's Emily Richards we have as a basic user. So go ahead and click her.
Richard, this one?
Yeah.
RMCAD?
Yes.
.edu.
You can see we put her in the marketing department there. Actually, sorry, go back. That was not the right thing to click. I think what we want to do is we want to click the edit button.
Over here?
Yeah. And so see where we can do here? We can do basic, pro, or corporate. So if you clicked the pro, and don't do this, but this is just, go ahead and you can click it, but just don't hit save. Basically, that would upgrade her to pro. We're not going to do that because I know she actually changed her email. We might as well just delete this one. But we could give her a large meeting. We could make her an admin if we wanted to. And then we could choose the department in which she is in. And the reason why you might want to organize departments is you might want to have an executive department that can't be connected to any of the other departments. So in Zoom, one of the great things is that it's a unified communication platform as well. So you could say, I want all my salespeople to be able to talk to all my marketing people, to be able to talk to all my management people, but I don't want them to be able to just instant message the CEO. So I got that executive group over here that can do its own thing.
Yeah.
So that's why those departments are there.
And you see these features, right? So if you did have executives that say, you want the department heads to have access to large meetings, right?
Yes.
So the HR, head of HR needs that large meeting license or group to do a training for 200 new employees. Or, maybe they need the Zoom gateway, right? Mm-hmm. Your executives want to be able to call into the SIP H.323 rooms. So you can give them those privileges.
If the features are individual based, which large meeting and webinar are, they'll be available. If you've got them available in your account and they haven't been assigned, they'll be available in here. With the room connector though, Pat, I'm almost positive that is a shared resource.
Okay.
So it actually is shared with everyone. Now, it comes through via the email. If you have it set up that way, it would automatically do that. And that's something for another webinar. We want to keep this webinar short. We're just about done here. So I wanted to thank everyone for hanging around, watching this video about balancing free versus paid Zoom conferencing. So thank you all for being a part of this webinar. We really appreciate it. And we are going to end with a credit roll about everyone who helped us, do our webinars and everything. So thank you, everybody.
Take care. Have a good weekend. Stay safe.